Snaps, coffee brews, we're like, here we go. I'm the broken baker, chat's coming in slow. Lawyers pace, jury sits, the room hums alive. Leaning forward, screens glow, and this is where we thrive. Stream front row real, chat's the heartbeat, loud and clear. Trials come and go, but we stay near. Crimes up, crimes down, you're always here. Drops, lawyer jumps, tension spikes, we freeze spray, the jaw drop, chats and lower yikes. Not mocking the mess, just sharing the rush. Even silence feels like a crush. We read this stream front row real, chats the heartbeat, loud and clear. Trials come and go, but we stay near. Crimes up, crimes down, you're always here. So grab your mug, don't be late, the baker's life will set it straight.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be, and welcome to probably a little shorter stream. Yes, I have been to Bakken, and no, I haven't ridden the tornado because I have a bad back, so I can't ride roller coasters. Used to love them, but can't ride them anymore, sadly. Well, I could feel it, Courtney. You needed something new. But the reason why I'm doing this tongue-in-cheek kind of text, because going around on the Twittwat today is starting to feel like it did during trial 1, trial 2. You have all these antis out there who are absolutely dead certain Karen Read is done. She's never, ever coming back from this one. Karen Read is, there's no saving grace from the latest hit in their book. You all go to the Twittwat, you know that every single day they're the same people sitting there saying, well, do you care to dispute the evidence because Karen is clearly guilty? Well, Breen and Lally couldn't convince 24 people of that. So it seems like you're the slow person who still hangs around and believe that it's going to happen because you don't understand basic law. There is a little thing called double jeopardy. You can't go back and convict her. She's found not guilty of the crime. But they have built their entire existence and their little group online hating Karen Read, which is fine. A lot of people like to be in groups. Zach is in a furry group. Karen Read's mom took too much Tylenol. I can't confirm that, Zach, because you know it'll get me hung out on the internet. But all of this has been the normal white noise we have heard the last couple of weeks, couple of months. Just you wait. Hank Brennan is gonna, Lally's gonna, Morrissey's gonna, but well, I don't know what they have in the UK. I think they have a Legoland. That's what I have. Karen is like Mother Fox News appearances. Finished. Oh, Mother's News Fox News appearance. Yeah, finished. Zach, Bibianne's mama took too much Tylenol. A lot of mamas took too much Tylenol. That wasn't a problem back then, Zach. It's just become a problem now. But the new thing is, as Zach alluded to, they have released the name of the strong super lawyer that is going to come in and this time Karen Reed is done so. You might know this Twitter person, Mark Bedevero, I don't know his name. He is absolutely waste of oxygen who doesn't do anything but talk bad about Karen, talk bad about. I just have to mute my Discord because the mods haven't figured out that I'm live. Sorry. It's glad the mods have something to do instead of sitting here. But he's a person who doesn't do anything other than just shit on Karen Reed and Aiden Carney all day long. But this time, attorney Bibianne Fell will destroy Karen Reed when she cross-examines her in the O'Keefe family wrongful death civil trial. But unlike a criminal trial, the jury can infer guilt if, when Karen pleads the fifth, killer Karen Reed will be no match and blood will be shed. Thank you, Mass. Zach's mom took too much Tylenol. Yes. So we already have the immense joy that this trial is going to happen sometime in 2027, and because a new person has been brought into the team, it's a done deal. We don't even need the trial because Karen Reed, I don't know why he's getting at if she's pleading the fifth. Why should she plead the fifth? She is being charged with a wrongful death. They have to prove she hit him with a car. Something that the ARCA guys have said didn't happen. Something that even the Blue Man Group said, well, we can't actually say it happened, but it could have been something like that, but we couldn't tell you why there's no injuries to his body. But just because this person came in, they are all up in arms. Everything is going to be great because this person, she's going to turn all the facts around. All is going to be great now. And who is this person? Well, she is the owner of Fell Law. And that's someplace in San Diego. I don't know anything about San Diego other than it's pronounced San Diego, I believe, and it means whale vagina. That's a reference that 5 people in chat will get. But this is founder Bibi Fell, spent the first half of her career working in one of the largest law firms in the world on complex commercial litigation matters. Despite enjoying the intellectual rigor, her heart was always in helping individuals in need. After earning a stellar reputation as a trial lawyer for those who are injured and those who have lost a loved one, Bibi started Fellow Law. And if you want to learn about her, she is routinely recognized as one of the top plaintiff lawyers in the nation. She made a record-breaking result, including a $105 million verdict, the largest intentional tort verdict in California in 2018, the second largest overall verdict in 2018, and a top 10 verdict nationwide. Because of her track record, insurance companies know Bibi is willing to go to trial. And that sounds really, really impressive. And I love these model photo shoots. We'll see more of the photo shoots because they really like her. The only thing, because I did a little Googling, because after I saw all of these people cream their pants over her, I took to Googling. And yes, back when she didn't have her own law practice, when she was part of a bigger firm, she did land, which is what I believe the second biggest ever settlement in a lawsuit by a woman in America, which is impressive in and of itself. She's also she's teaching law, has been on Harvard, and I believe on San Diego Council now. And the funny thing is, she has never ever had any case that is like Karen Reed's case. What she has normally done is the big case was someone who had lied to someone about alternative medicines, and that made their stage 3 cancer progress into stage 4 cancer. And that's where the big settlement came from, if I am reading correct what's out there. So maybe it's a little early to put Karen Reed in the grave. Maybe it's, again, she doesn't have that specialized approach, and she never ever had a case, as far as I can see, and as I used multiple, both Google, Grok, and ChatGPT. I can't find that she has any cases where the person being sued has been cleared in a criminal case beforehand, because that changes a lot of things. Normally, she is more likely to go for a strategic settlement than going to court. So, and the big one she won again. It was when she was working for a different company, and it was a breast cancer patient who died after ineffective pH miracle alkaline treatments promoted by an unlicensed practitioner, and they won 105 million, which 15 million was punitive damages. So that's a big lawsuit, big win. But again, it wasn't her win as such, it was her company's win. She then has, after she made her own company, she has a catastrophic negligence leading to family loss. That's a $32 million settlement she got on that one. Then she has represented some drivers who were denied off-clock pay, meal and rest breaks, $15 million class settlement. Negligence-based claim involving failure to meet standard of care, $5 million suit. Unnamed medical malpractice, healthcare provider failed standard of care, $5 million. Bicycle accident, that's a young boy who got injured after being struck by a car, $5 million. Unnamed wrongful death, injury resulting in death due to negligence, 5.3. Additional family representation and negligence, 4.2. So all of this has nothing to do with the type of case that she's going to come in and litigate. So maybe, as we say in in Danish, maybe they're selling the skin before they shot the bear. One of my absolute favorite internet people, Jennifer Koofy Doofy, Bibianne Fell is coming to town, Karen Reed. The O'Keefes still need about 4 more lawyers to have as many as Reed. I so hope that more white knights come to the aid of the O'Keefes. The O'Keefes deserve justice for John. Well, the O'Keefes had justice for John in the way the American court system determines you get it. They had a criminal trial. Karen Reed was found not guilty. So maybe, Kathy O'Daffy, you should accept it. You should realize that maybe Karen Reed didn't do it. I know it's really hard because you banked your entire career and reputation on hating Karen Reed. And in reality, you were just as wrong as all the other aunties. Uh, Sorry if I missed some good points. Karen has that many because the car insurance company sent their addies, and Karen has a personal attorneys. She's also suing, or she has said she's going to sue a whole heck of a lot more people. So Karen has a team of 7 lawyers. Right now, there's Dilla and Bibi to fight against him on behalf of the O'Keefe. And one little thing I don't know if you noticed, I so hope that more white knights. No one has said that Bibi does this for free. I'm wondering what deal have she made? Has she made a money down payment and then I get a cut of the winnings after? Or is she doing it pro bono, which I would have a very hard time believing? Or have she said, well, you can pay me X and I'll fight this case? This isn't a white knight, dear Jennifer Koofy Doofies. This is a hired attorney. Karen Reed was lucky that her attorney said, no, enough is enough. We're going to do the second one for free. How are the O'Keefe bringing in an attorney from across the nation? That's the big question I'm sitting with when I'm thinking about this. How did they find this attorney? She's not known. Yes, she has had one big win back in 2018. But how do you know? Because I've been Googling. It's really hard to find a lot of stuff on her. So how did they land on her? It may be a win-win for Bibi. Even if she loses, she get a ton of publicity. Do you think Brennan is a winner? I don't think it's a good one, especially when, as a lawyer who works in this field, you need your wins to put out there and say, hey, I got you a lot of money, because most of them work on contingency and get like 10, 15, 20% of the lump sum that you get. So she can really use publicity. She can use an inbuilt anti group like the Free Karen Reed movement to be bad mouthing her, because it'll show up whenever you Google her. So I don't think it's yeah. She was on The Bachelorette. No, that was Lindsay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was Lindsay. If any attorney signs on to any case attached to Karen or Aiden, better do a deep dive before thinking they can win. Aiden's case alone proved the Commonwealth and the police will frame somebody or someone. That's the thing I don't get, because why didn't this woman sit down and said, your name is Paul O'Keefe, and you want me to look into your brother's wrongful death? Okay. Nope. Nope. I'm not jumping in. She got found not guilty. It's going to be a hell to convince a new jury. Of course, it's civil. You just need the jury to cry. That's why they put in the niece, so you can put her on the stand and the jury will feel sorry for her. But you have a big problem that she was found not guilty, and you have to find a jury who hasn't heard about the Karen Reed in Massachusetts. I don't think it's going to happen. I think McAlbert's being bought in brings cash from the McAlberts to bring in the hired guns. But the McAlberts hasn't been brought in. And she would not be representing. She is going in and being pro hoc vice into the O'Keefe case. It has nothing to do with the McAlberts. Thank you, MCAT. Brennan walked away from that case happy the MSP in Norfolk DA's office now owes him. I honestly hire him if I got a serious charge in Norfolk. Hey, the man got $600,000. I would be smiling as well. As I said, I would do a special DA job on Aiden's case. As soon as the check clears, I would say, yeah, well, I don't think we can prosecute him. We'll drop the charges. But Hank is now known for losing his two big cases. That's what Hank is known for. He's the man who got Whitey sent to prison, where he got stabulated real fast. And he lost a slam dunk case where a woman was accused of murder. I don't think he's getting a lot of calls. Hey, Caroline. My personal injury attorney got 30%, but he was worth every bit. I'm sure this is a perfectly capable lawyer. Perfectly capable. Worth every percentage she claims. But if you're looking at the case from the outside, would you jump on this? Do you think there's a big settlement coming in? It's not like Karen Reed has a lot of money. So is it worth all the hassle? Thank you for becoming a member, Jagay. And Steph, you said exactly the thing I was about to say. They all said exactly the same thing about Hank Brennan. First, everyone loved Lally. When Lally was an absolute idiot and a joke, they all fell in love with Hank Brennan. Hank Brennan was also incapable of getting Karen Reed convicted. They are still simping for him. Hey, can you come back and do the Turtle Boy case? Because we think you're sexy. Yeah. So, yeah. The McAlberts don't care about the O'Keefe's wrongful death. They are going to have to get lawyers to defend them. They need to pay them to look out for them and only them. Yeah, that's why whatever the... Actually, there is an argument that you could make that maybe the O'Keefe should potentially sue some of the people in the McAlberts or the MSP, because did John get a fair investigation? I don't know. That's I've seen a lawyer argue that ethically she probably have to advise them that because all of this is filed before trial one, so they probably don't. It's the entire text is written before we knew what we know now from the ARCA and the Blue Man Group and stuff like that. So should she advise them maybe to look at potentially at least bringing the MSP in for not conducting investigations the way they're supposed to do? You could talk about that as well. Do I ever sleep? Yeah, I sleep at night. I went to bed early yesterday because the case for everyone who was here watching the case yesterday, it was absolutely as horrible as I thought. Audio was absolutely crabiola. You could see a little bit on the screen. Sometimes he would stop and let the detective ask, and they didn't finish as he said he would because they were arguing a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't claim the Fifth Amendment. The Death Amendment? No, you can't claim you can claim the Fifth Amendment, but the jury can infer guilt if you claim the Fifth Amendment. They can't do that in a criminal case, but they can do that in a civil case. Sorry. Good morning. Ain't no hollow back girl. You think she's being brought in to try and settle this before we get to see Discovery? I don't think that I don't think the O'Keefes have a lot of problems with Discovery. I don't think that they have a lot of shadiness. If there is a conspiracy, I don't think that the O'Keefes have played a big role in it. Let's just say that, because they are not cops either. They have had some connection with Kerry Roberts and Jen McCabe, talking to them and stuff like that, but they didn't know anything about whatever happened outside of Fairview 34 or inside of Fairview 34. So I think the Discovery, it'll be minimal if they are being questioned. If I was the O'Keefe, I would get out of Dodge. I would offer the insurance companies an absolute ridiculous amount. Let's say both bars $15,000 each, and Karen Reed's insurance company $20,000. They would pay that every day of the week and twice on Sundays because they don't want to spend that amount of money. All you're going to do, you're going to sign a paper saying no guilt asserted. There's a non-disclosure on all of this. Hasta la taco. See you later. If I were the O'Keefes, I would get out of Dodge with the $50,000 that I could, which you could land every day. Insurance companies doesn't want to go to trial. Trial is way more expensive than settlements. So something like that, like a $50,000. But I think sadly they have dollar signs in their eyes. Scooter, thank you for becoming a member. What about Escalera death penalty? Yes, he got the death penalty. I went back and looked. There wasn't much to it. He was berated by the judge. So we might have time to see that tomorrow. I was starting the San Antonio case Monday. I actually think they have court Monday. But we might do it tomorrow. But she won't need to because she didn't hit him with a car. Donna Joe, that's not what it's about. This is about the insurance company is telling her, we have an offer. We, not you, we are going to pay the O'Keefe family $20,000. We're going to get a piece of paper saying you have no guilt. We have no responsibility, and they can't talk about it. See you later. Because the insurance company doesn't want to spend $500,000 on attorneys. They want to settle as many cases as they can because litigation is time and money. Two things that insurance companies doesn't like to lose is time and money. So if they gave them a lowball offer, I would think anything below $100,000, as long as it has there's a non-disclosure and there's no admission of guilt, they would advise her to take that every single day. And for her, yeah, get that shit out of here, and then she can sue the MSP and the McAlberts. Yeah, that's what I see too. Kevin Albert's still there at the MSP. Yeah, he's still working at the MSP. She won't settle again, but her insurance company really want to settle. And again, she doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want to fight the O'Keefe family. She wants to sue the shit out of the McAlberts and the MSP. So her money and her time is better spent on that part of the case. The McAlberts is just a nuisance for her right now. 20,000 for John's memory. No, I said that's what they should offer. What amount of money is enough? Suing anyone to get money out of someone else, especially when we know what we know now, is terrible. No. Go back. Never ever take things out of context. No. This is what's wrong with the internet today. People see two words and they say, oh my God, let's go to Twitter and say it. I was making a hypothetical. Everyone in chat, tell everyone this is a hypothetical. No one did any, it's just me. My speculations. Relax. Or else I'll have more people shitting on me on Twittwat. I don't need that. Hey, Miss Jizzy. Insurance companies have the money to win and also have the money to lose. And again, if you give them a low ball offer, if you're gonna go in, I don't even know. Do we have an amount? No, they haven't put an amount on it. But if they had gone in, and they are hoping millions, no doubt about it. They are hoping. That's why they are bringing in this Bibianne Fell person. She lands lawsuits like, well, not kind of like this because she never had any like this, but she lands lawsuit in $5 million ranges, probably around there. And they could get $5 million out of this. Then you put 30% to the lawyers. Still have a nice chunk of cash that you can share between you. How much would that be? 30%, that's 5, that's 15. You had 3.5 million left to you, minus some. You'll have a couple of million that you can live off and go out and hit other cars. Kevin Albert is CPD, not MSP. Yes, that's what I. Sorry, there's too many abbreviations. No, they are actually. They have put in non-specific amounts in. They've just written they want compensation for whatever the jury deems fit. What? My internet's fine today. Thank you, Wallstorm. Go to the game. Health is Haven, thank you for 6 months. As you're getting older, you understand lowballing. Exactly. My personal insurance has a 300,000 limit per incident, but 100,000 per person, and mine is average for anyone who is either owns a business or a home. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying lowball the hell out of this. You can even go and say everyone should pay you $50,000. The insurance company will pay it because they don't want. How much do you think it costs sending a lawyer to sit at a meeting like we saw the last time? That's 4-5 hours that they have to send a lawyer to sit there. That's 4-5 hours. He's not working. A $500 an hour is very low pay for a lawyer in their league. But that's $2,500. This case is going to end up potentially going sometime in 2027. Let's just say the amount of money that has to go into doing this case compared to just, even if you gave them 50,000 each, Paul O'Keefe, Peg O'Keefe, Dad O'Keefe, and niece O'Keefe, gave them $50,000 each, it would be cheaper for the companies than doing a full trial. And again, Karen Reed is going after the big players in this. She doesn't need this distraction. John will be training in his grave. It's so wrong what they're doing. That's another thing I was thinking when we were talking about Karen inflicting damages on the daughter by waking her up at night and saying something that she didn't say until Jen McCabe had talked to the daughter a lot of times. How about Brennan in court disclosing that her dad OD'd on her mom's grave? Information those kids had never ever had before. The emotional damage that puts on her. And I saw a thing on the Twittwat. That's actually one of the people I blocked because I get shit for blocking people now. Someone were using her, what I saw as a cry for help because she is in a self-deletion mode. Use that videos of that, even though she put it on Instagram or TikTok or wherever she put it. Don't do that. Please don't do that. This is a child who has lost so much in her life, and it seems she lost the will to live. Please don't use her face. Even though you want to attack Peg O'Keefe or Paul O'Keefe, don't use her face. Don't let her be a part of this. She was a kid when it happened. She's not suing, she's being manipulated into doing all of this. So please take that post down. Sadly, I still see it pop up now and again, even though I blocked it. It's horrible to use. And I believe she is a minor still who is in what seems a very bad mental health, to use them to get at some grown-up assholes. Please, if you are watching me, which you might not be, if you're watching me, please just take the video out of it. Because seeing that is horrible. And this poor child has been through so much already. So don't use stuff like that. Don't use stuff like that. Oh, even Janetti asked her to remove it. I probably blocked her before that. But that's heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. Apparently, she has been in and out of a lot of that. That's, yeah. Oh, she is over 18. I thought she was 17. Hello? What? Am I the dirtbag? I don't know. I'm talking about someone who used pictures of the niece to go at the O'Keefe, but for not getting her help. You can do that, but you didn't need to show videos of her in a very emotional, very raw state. It breaks my heart when I know I'll mention that Kate has lost 2 of her kids, but I won't use pictures of Kate's kids. I won't bring pictures of the town bicycle, because the kids has nothing to do with it. I don't show pictures of my kids because my kids has nothing to do with my internet beefs. But especially a young woman who has lost as much as she has lost, especially when she is in such a vulnerable state as she is in. I bear no ill will towards her, even though she testified in a way that I don't think was quite correct. Because I think from John died, she has been manipulated into not lying, but having false memories imprinted on her by the people who should take care of her. So I think it's really, 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 really sad that someone would go, first of all, and follow this very young person online and clip out videos where they are talking about attempted self-deletion. If you think about some kind of sky gnome taking care of everything, no matter what you call them, maybe just, if he has time, she has time, it has time, ask them to just keep a watchful eye on that poor kid, because she is not well as far as I could tell. But still, don't use her. Don't use her. Imagine in a world where your closest mom mentor is Jen Effick McCabe, yeah, who has clearly talked to her. They have weaponized these kids. It's heartless. That's why we need to raise up and be better than that. Don't let, don't slip up and go the easy way and use their kids against them. Yeah, because this poor kid, she can be in a massive depression, and when she snaps out of it and she goes back on the Twittwat and it pops up, it's not going to be good for her. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was a little, what the hell did I do now? They are 17, they can make decisions. Well, legally they can. They are 17, so in 1 year they are legally adults. But sharing minors in even a young adult who is, no, I won't even describe the videos. It's very, very hard to watch. I hope if my kids had ever been in the same state, none of you would ever share it because it's heart wrenching. Especially my daughter's is a little bit older, but I remember having girls 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. There's a lot of doubt in women at that time. It's a lot of stress put on you from the outside world. There's a lot of goals you have to live up to, even though no one really puts them on you. It's a lot of pressure from society. And it's tough to be a young woman, especially in the day and age of social media where everyone looks perfect when they're online. Everyone sucks in their tummy. Everyone uses the light and the shoulders right. So please, if you are one of those watching this, take the videos down. Save that little kid some dignity. Sorry, it went black, dark a little bit there. Yeah, sorry. She put it on TikTok and got support for herself, not for other people to share and exploit it. Exactly. If she feels, and again, I hope when she feels better, she'll take it off because seeing herself in that state will be a constant reminder of I have that monkey on my back that I need to fight. So, for her own sake as well, but I hope she has good professional help because sometimes it's just not enough that you have a nice mom and dad and understanding teachers. Sometimes you do need a little bit of therapy, and there's nothing wrong in being vulnerable. There's nothing wrong in saying the world is tumbling. I really need some help because the world is tumbling sometimes, especially when you're young. It's not what she's lost already, but what could be lost if she decides to be honest about what happened that morning, and even her deciding Karen is innocent. That's too much for an adult. I don't even think that she knows what happened that morning. She has had memories implanted in her about that. I wonder if their paternal grandparents get to see them. It was actually them that wanted custody. John was granted custody, but the O'Keefes have them now. We have never ever heard anything about that. Good question, Bon. I hope. But we see in the sadly in the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial, her parents can't see the kid either. Therapy doesn't do jack shit for real problems. I had a bout with depression. I had some of it was good, some of it was really really bad. But I had a really really good psychologist who talked to me and we talked honest, and I felt it helped me. one of the biggest things is also the honesty. You have to be honest about what's really going on the inside. And that was probably my problem a lot of time because I grew up in a manly man world and you don't have flaws. uh, oh, and this one, because I'm always called a misogynist. I like that this is Karen Reed's cell phone. I don't know whoever that runs that. There's so many of these out there. Wow. Hank's going to have a run for his money for a very great looking representation of justice for the O'Keefes. Welcome, Bibianne Fell, the new lawyer on the civil team. God bless her and guide her steps. So, what they notice first is her looks. Yes, she's a pretty lady in this photo shoot. Look at Lindsay Gaetani. Filters does a lot of work in most photos. But how is this not misogyny? The only thing you're looking at is her looks. She's an accomplished lawyer. She has had classes at Harvard. She, I believe, right now she teaches at San Diego as a something professor, and she runs a successful lawyer office, lawyer firm. But oh, she's pretty. But I'm the misogynist. Well, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. Absolutely 1,000,000,000,000% disagree with you. Because if you feel that it's okay to go and look at a 17-year-old who is talking about self-deletion and say, I can use this to attack her grandma and her uncle, what a day. I just disagree that is a good use of those videos. But hey, I am, if nothing, a hypocrite. So I might be wrong. I, for one, appreciate her sales pitch. She is a pretty lady, but I've learned enough about filters the last couple of weeks to know that not everything that shines is gold. No, but you said you can use it, and why should they take it down? I believe that that person that used it for an bad thing, to attack Peg O'Keefe and Paul O'Keefe. You shouldn't use a 17-year-old self-deletion videos, attempted self-deletion, or talking about self-deletion to attack a grown-up. That's just not my way. And if I read it any way else, that you believe that it was absolutely wrong, that person clipped it and put it on, whatever the kid does on their platform, absolutely fine. That's their platform. But if you take it off their platform and use it on your platform to attack third parties, I don't agree that it's okay. But again, I am not a moral person. I am an asshole, but I have some steps I think there's too far. That's how I am. And again, it can be a misunderstanding. No, don't start attacking each other in chat. We don't need that. There has been enough hatred going on that we don't need, because we have other peoples we can hate. Grant Smith Ellis, that's how you play hardball. Bibianne Fell practices in the areas of catastrophic personal injury and wrongful death. She has taught advanced trial advocacy at the University of San Diego School of Law and at the Abota Trial College at Harvard Law School as a teaching fellow. And of course, it's the $105 million verdict he is also focusing on. But again, just because you made $100 million against some fraud who told people that by eating the right acidic food, you can fight cancer, I can tell firsthand, no, you can't. My mom tried. She died. Winning a lawsuit on 105 million. And I think all the aunties are expecting Karen Reed is going to be slapped with $100 million that she has to pay the O'Keefe family. Ain't going to happen. No way in a million years. No way in a million years. But you're all creaming over it because you are despicable human beings who don't care about any of the people involved in all of this. You only care about hurting Karen Reed because you were wrong. And you watched 2 trials and everyone else saw the right thing. I saw someone begging the other day, we need more YouTubers and LawTubers on our side. Do you know why you don't have more YouTubers and LawTubers on your side? Because any reasonable human being could, the instant they saw the claw marks, tell this case was bonkers. That's why you don't have the support. That's why on our side, even though we spent 2 weeks infighting, we still believe that we need to fight for justice. You just need to fight to tear someone down. Because you're a destructive force. You're not a positive force. No matter how you feel about all the different creators in the Free Karen Reed movement, all of them bring one thing to the table. They believe Karen Reed was innocently accused of killing John O'Keefe. And they all, in their simple ways, raised awareness about it. And I really like, even though I think a lot of us see the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial differently, we all agree she shouldn't be in prison right now. And if you are also interested in the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial, Massa Media is having a fundraiser for her tonight, 6 p.m. I promised him, because it's 6 p.m., so it'll be midnight my time. I can't stop by. I really wish I could, but I have I believe it's tonight, or is it tomorrow? No, it's tonight. It is tonight. Can one of my mods find a link to it? I believe it's tonight, or no, it's tomorrow night. Jesus, now I'm confusing myself already. What day is it? Massa, goddammit. Saturday night, 6 p.m. Yes, 6 p.m. I got it wrong. And I messed up. I thought I read it as Sunday. It's tonight. Sorry. And I answered him wrong because I read it as Sunday and I have an appointment Monday. So if I can stay awake, I might swing by. Sorry, Massa. I read it wrong. I am a dum-dum. Can you find a link to it? Thank you, Jess, if you can. Yes, here it is. So if you want to go, you don't have to be supporting monetarily or anything. Just go and show some support for the creators who want to raise awareness about all of this. Yeah, but I read it as Sunday, and I have it. I have to be somewhere Monday morning at 8, so I can't do a stream at midnight. I read it wrong. I think I was in bed when he typed me. I'm sorry. I'm yeah. Yes, it is a Bucky's hat. It's a gift from Miami Spice. It's I like Bucky's. I think it's a little overhyped, but I got my grandson a Bucky's beaver as a little doll when I was there the last time. Yeah, it's because of course it'll be Sunday my time because it's midnight. I'll do your stream on Monday. Well, it's not my stream Monday that's the problem. It's I have an appointment I have to be at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I have to leave my house 20 to 8. So if I stay up and go on a stream at midnight, I'll be there till 1. Then you have to calm down, get to bed. I won't sleep till 2, and I just can't do that. Yeah, how dare I make a mistake? I'm sorry. I only have time zones and days and everything. Well, it's just I like the brisket. The first one I had was a little dry. Last year it was good, or this year it was good. Last year was a dry one. Maybe it was an old batch. But Massa is raising some awareness about Kelsey Fitzsimmons tonight at midnight my time, 11 o'clock UK time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now I have to do all the conversions in my head. 5 Central, 3 West Coast, and I don't know what's between Central and West Coast. And I probably butchered some of it, but that's tonight at 6 p.m. if you want to go and support. And I think he'll have a few guests on and try and raise some awareness. I don't think Miami Spice is way down where I am in Miami. Well, she bought it in Tennessee. Well, I made my own. Yeah. Well, if I was out drinking, I could do it, and I'm 27. Yes. 4 p.m. Mountain Time. I can't do all your time zones, but go support it because yes, Kelsey Fitzsimmons did something that was a little dumb, but she didn't do what she didn't do enough dumb that she deserved what she got. We're still trying to find. I know Melanie had the transcript. I think Mike has it as well. The latest from the Commonwealth, but it's not on the docket. I'm trying to get it because apparently the stories has changed before the first filing and the second filing. I think that's a little interesting, maybe to try and look at what's changed because already to begin with, I didn't like the cop stories. So hopefully we can get our hands on that at some point. Well, I can do Britain and Denmark, Germany, Norway. That's the same. Well, yeah, I can figure that one out. But if you want to donate, it's absolutely wonderful. Some people just like to show some support. Go give Massa a like, a subscribe, do all the great things that'll help him out because being a streamer and doing this stuff, he's just doing it to try and raise awareness. It's not some kind of ploy to grift off of it. So go support it because what we saw during the Karen Read, even though people have been fighting for the last week, when we are fighting together, when we are helping out, we raise a lot of awareness. We are a big, strong force when we use it for good. We are a big force of infighting and ankle biting when we use it for bad. So hopefully after this weekend and everyone has calmed down a little bit, everything will be more back to normal, but show how great this community really is and go and support Massa tonight. What changed from the first story to the second story is they don't know that she had no door in her room, and in the police report she went behind the door. Yeah, and that's the thing. But I would like to read it verbatim from just so I know exactly, because I never bought the story that she jumped behind the door and came out with a pew pew. Why would an officer ever let someone go into a blind area? It makes no sense that there's so much in that story that just doesn't make sense. But this one is one of the worst worse things. On a positive note, if you haven't watched it, Aaron Spencer, I made a video this morning, is now running for sheriff. If you don't know Aaron Spencer, he's the guy who took out the trash and tried to become Dad of the Year 2025. I made a video on his new announcement that he's running for sheriff, and I can't vote for him, but I hope he'll win because that's another story. And as I say in that video, we have a contract with the state, us in Denmark more than you in America, but we give the state a lot of power. So when we need protection, the state will protect us. Sadly, if I have learned anything by being a true crimer, it is the good old saying, help is always minutes away when you need it. The problem is you need it right now, not in 5 minutes. And I think I butchered that one, but still, this guy is doing what a lot of people should be doing. And hopefully also these movements can make awareness about breaking down all of these good old boys clubs. There's way too much incestuous stuff going on between DAs and prosecutors and police departments. Everyone is protecting each other, and no one really cares about what their job is, because their job is you. It's to protect your life. It's to protect your kid's life. Well, there's a Supreme Court saying they don't have to do it. Well, if they don't have to do it, why should you not do it then? If the police won't help you, why not just do it yourself? And that's the big problem, because vigilantism kind of sometimes goes wrong. She also told them the pew-pews were all downstairs, blocked in the basement. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. But I need to see them side by side to see how the story changed, because I think that's the most interesting thing. Because if he gave a sworn affidavit the first time and now he's given a different sworn affidavit, and we all know from watching Massachusetts, in Massachusetts, the longer you are from the incident, the better your memory becomes. Right after it happens, you can probably not remember anything. Then you get interviewed a year later. You'll remember some things. Then you get interviewed again by the FBI and you don't remember anything. And then you go back to court and you remember something totally different. This is how memory works, especially if you live in Massachusetts. Sadly, that's the way it is. I've been avoiding the drama. Is still fighting? Yeah, I caught some strays yesterday because I blocked some people on Twitter. But it made me happy to block some people because there was a lot of drama in there. And then they came into my DMs and said, apparently you don't have any opinions of your own. You're just saying what Aiden says. And I don't know what Aiden is saying, but if he's saying the same as me, he must be listening to me. I don't know. You're getting ready to work. You're Donald Ducking around my apartment. I'm Donald Ducking right now on screen. Who isn't? It's Saturday. Let the onions free. The rest of you, go support Master tonight. If I can stay awake, I'll try and make it, but no promises. Sorry, I forgot to give you a post-it button, Bell. Oh, what a grifter I am. Sorry, Bun Bell. Gonna do that so you can go on the board. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Everyone, do the YouTube things and have a wonderful weekend. And if anyone has access to the latest filing from the Commonwealth, I would love to have it. See you later.